My special one, listen carefully to me now as I share something crucial. For I perceive what escapes your view. Called you here today for a significant mission. Child, oftentimes you get consumed by excessive thinking about your own life, the lives of those close by, your loved ones, family members, and numerous other matters. But today, let me inquire, has your excessive thinking ever brought you any rewards? Child, this is what I want you to grasp today. I am your heavenly Father, and I crave your time devoted to a higher, more defined purpose. You've been spinning your mental wheels relentlessly, seeking answers that I already possess. You've wrestled with deciding actions, destinations, whom to believe in, and how to correct everything. But your efforts exhaust you. You cannot bear the burden of grasping it all because I never intended you to. That is my task. That is my domain. I am the one who looks ahead from the start and the end. I am the first and the last. And I summon you now to relinquish the urge to know everything and instead rely on the one who knows it all. Your thoughts often whirl, don't they? You attempt to manipulate outcomes, dreading uncertainty. If you don't consider all options carefully, something bad may occur. But child, that's not peace. That's restriction. I didn't give you a fearful spirit. I gave you power, love, and a clear mind. Yet the adversary of your soul wants to steal that clarity from you. He desires to distort your thoughts, intensify your fears, and drain your hope. But I tell you now, enough. You were never intended to bear this burden of overthinking. You were meant to walk in the light of my guidance. Step by step, moment by moment, resting in my promises. Don't believe the lie that your thoughts are shielding you. It's not your worry-filled plans sustaining your life. It's my hand. I support you, I carry you, I lead ahead, and I guard you from behind. Your future doesn't depend on your calculations, but on my flawless plan. My plan isn't vague or weak. It's precise, holy, and filled with purpose and love. Child, when you lie awake at night, trying to untangle the concerns in your heart, I am beside you. When you wander lost, worrying about your family, finances, health, or future, I am there with you. Future ahead, I'm actively working behind the scenes. I'm not idle. I'm not waiting for you to solve things. I'm moving. I'm orchestrating. And I want you to understand what it truly means to let go. Letting go doesn't mean apathy. It doesn't mean giving up on life. It means relinquishing the belief that you are the boss. You're not in control, but you're in my care, and being in my care is the safest, most powerful place you can be. Stop trying to be your own guide. You're the follower, and I'm the guide who leads, protects, and provides. You don't need to chart the entire journey. You only need to follow my lead. How often do you compare your path with others? You wonder why they seem clear while you feel lost. You wonder why some doors open easily for them while you face obstacles. But child, you don't know their full story. You don't see the whole picture. You only see the surface. I see the heart, I see the inner workings, and I know what you truly need. If I close a door, it's not to punish you. Type 222 to claim it. It's to guide you towards what's best for you, safeguard you. If I request patience from you, it isn't to annoy you. It's to ready you. You don't require what others possess. Instead, I have reserved something special for you. There's a sacred reason why your path varies. I am performing unique work within you that demands time, accuracy, and endurance. You are not late. You haven't been overlooked. Each season I allow is part of your transformation. Don't despise the journey. I am eliminating what isn't beneficial for you. I am removing what could jeopardize your destiny. I am sowing seeds in you that will yield harvest at the right moment. Harvest that won't fade, harvest that will endure. I don't rush. I don't feel pressure. My timing isn't like yours, but my timing is flawless. When I ask you to wait, it's not a rejection. It's a sacred pause, a holy preparation. What I construct in you during the wait is often more precious than what you're waiting for. I am not merely taking you somewhere. I am shaping you into someone who walks by faith, not sight. Someone who listens for my voice instead of the world's noise. You crave clarity, and I understand. However, what I desire for you is more than just clarity. I want you to develop faith and learn to hear my whisper over the world's clamor. Long for me, I'm not a formula but a father, not an answer sheet but a relationship. Trust me not just with the results but the in-betweens, because it's in the in-betweens where intimacy is built. It's where you learn to recognize my voice. It's where your roots grow deep and your character is shaped. Child, you don't need to know the next 10 steps. You only need to follow the next one. I won't overwhelm you. I won't ask you to leap without showing the way. Even when you feel unsure, I'm guiding your path. Even when it seems nothing's happening, I'm working behind the scenes. Trust me in silence. Trust me when things seem quiet. I'm not absent. I'm watching how you wait, and I bless those who wait with faith. I know how much you care about your family, loved ones, and their welfare. The burden you bear is born from love, but you must surrender even that to me. You can't fix everyone, you can't save them. Only I can. You're not their savior, I am, and I love them more than you do. I'm pursuing them, I'm speaking for them, to you. I haven't forgotten about you. Don't let worry for others turn into worry. Let it guide you to intercession, trust, peace. Your prayers are potent not because of how flawless they are, but because of who hears them. Type, God is good if you love God. I perceive the things you've never verbally expressed, the thoughts you're embarrassed about, the wounds you've concealed, the dreams you've buried because they seemed too agonizing to keep hoping for. But I haven't forgotten. I haven't abandoned. I gather every silent tear. I honor every sacrifice overlooked. And I want you to understand that nothing in your life is useless. Not one moment, not one hardship, not one scar. I transform all things. When you feel unworthy, when the adversary murmurs that you're not enough, remember who named you chosen. I call you cherished. I call you mine. You don't need to strive for my approval. You already have it. You don't need to earn my love. It is freely given. I see the righteousness of my Son in you, not your mistakes. I see your potential, not your past. I see the beauty I infused within you, not the flaws you obsess over, child. You are not too damaged. You are not too far gone, timely. You aren't disqualified, you're precisely where I wish to encounter you. I don't pick the competent, I qualify the selected. And I have chosen you. Before your birth, I penned your days in my journal. I embedded talents within you, abilities that the world needs. I placed a vocation on you, a task specifically yours. Don't conceal it. Don't question it. Fuel its passion. I will be your fortitude. I will be your source. I will unlock suitable doors, and I will lock the ones guiding you astray. You don't need to prove yourself. Just follow me. Abide in me. Relax in me, walk with me. That is your greatest calling, to be with me. Everything else originates from that place. When you enjoy me, I will grant the desires of your soul because they will match my soul. Your calling isn't about achievement. It's about presence. I don't want your polish. I want your focus. Present me with your queries, even the aggressive ones. Present me with your doubts, your bewilderment, your exhaustion. I can manage all of it. I am not daunted by your honesty. In fact, I embrace it. I cherish truth in your core. I yearn for genuine communication with you, a real bond. Unpolished facades let me access the authentic spots. Let me enter your pain. I am the healer. I will not turn away from you. I will not embarrass you. I will embrace you. I will walk with you every step of the way. Child, listen carefully and grasp this deeply. Many before you have walked the path of overthinking, planning, and acting based on their own understanding, envisioning a future that fits snugly within the boundaries of their expectations, only to discover things unfolded in ways they never anticipated. They meticulously planned their lives, setting goals, creating timelines, and pinning their hopes on what they could control. Type 1111 if you love God, Jesus. However, I, the Lord your God, have always been the one writing the final chapter. I have always been the one deciding the outcome. For only I know the complete picture of what is good, right, and eternal. Don't you recall Joseph? He was Jacob's favorite son with dreams given by me in his heart. Yet he never would have planned for betrayal. He never would have chosen to be sold into slavery, wrongly accused, imprisoned, and forgotten. In his mind, those dreams probably seemed far-fetched and shattered at many points. But I was orchestrating every moment. Every twist was part of my plan. When he was tossed into the pit, I was present. When the prison cell locked him in, I continued writing his tale. And when the moment was ripe, my time, I lifted him up, not just to realize a dream, but to save nations. His strategy was comfort and honor. My strategy was transformation and legacy. Do you see, child? The path he would have chosen was easier. But the path I chose produced fruit that never withers. Look at Moses. Raised in Pharaoh's palace. He thought he could free my people using his own strength according to his own timing. But his plan failed. In fear, he ran into the wilderness, banished from the world he aimed to change. And there, amidst the quiet of obscurity, I transformed him. I muted the clamor of pride and self-reliance. I prepared him to lead not as a prince, but as a servant of the highest. 40 years he spent away from the limelight, tending sheep, maybe doubting if he'd found his purpose. But I don't squander years. I utilized every moment to shape him into the vessel I needed. When I called him from the burning bush, he didn't feel prepared. He had no eloquence, no plan, no strategy, but he had me, and that was enough. Adequate. He didn't require knowledge of intricate details. He merely had to comply. Through his vulnerability, my power became evident. My scheme, not his, liberated my people. My scheme toppled Pharaoh's resolve. My scheme split the sea apart. You understand, child, many plot their paths in their thoughts, but I guide the steps. No level of preparation can replace my divine plan. That's why I encourage you to cease trusting your own understanding. It will never be broad enough. It will never be profound enough. Yet my understanding knows no limits. Even the wisest of people may get lost in my ways. To contemplate David, a boy shepherd disregarded by others but chosen by me. He didn't devise his ascension to the throne. He hadn't been schooled at court. His plans likely never stretched beyond tending his flock. Yet I saw his spirit and I appointed him as king. He didn't climb up through ambition. He rose through obedience. He didn't push open doors. He waited for me to open them in the right time. When Saul pursued him through caves and deserts, David could have seized control. He could have ended Saul's life and claimed the throne by force. But he waited. He trusted me. Even amidst chaos, even in peril, he surrendered his timeline to my care, my possession. And when the crown ultimately settled on his head, it was due to my action, not because he manipulated his way to it. My child, I wish for you to grasp that the tailies you appreciate, the tailies you revere are all founded on this fact. My strategy consistently triumphs always. Type 777 if you believe in God, Jesus. Even when the path is unclear, even when the result is uncertain, even when it seems like every hope is extinguished, I am still in charge. And my objective will not be thwarted. Consider Esther. She was a young woman in exile, insignificant in the eyes of the empire. But I had a strategy. I strategically placed her in the palace not for her convenience but for my divine intervention. She may have pondered why her life took such an abrupt, significant turn. She may have debated the risk, the silence of heaven as wickedness plotted against her people. But in due course she realized, perhaps I was born for such a time as this. That realization didn't stem from her calculations. It emerged from faith, from courage, from submission. And what about Jonah? He had his own plan to abscond, to evade the troublesome mission I had delegated him. But I redirected him through the sea in the belly of a massive whale. Creature from the water, not to discipline him, but to reorient him. He believed he understood what was correct. He believed he could evade my summons, but no heart escapes me reaching out. No shortcuts elude my guidance. And when he eventually complied, even hesitantly, a city was rescued. Because my intention does not go unrewarded. There existed a man named Peter, one of my son's dearest friends. He plotted to protect Jesus, remain faithful unto death, but upon the critical moment he denied him. His resolve faltered. His bravery vanished. He wept profoundly, convinced that his failure disqualified him. But child, I was aware of his vulnerability before he was, and yet I selected him. I revived him and utilized him powerfully. He spoke, he healed, he led, and he died with faith. Because my scheme wasn't contingent on his perfection. It relied on my mercy. And there is Paul once met. He had his life extensively planned out. He was climbing the ranks in religious authority, believing he pleased me by persecuting my followers. But one encounter with me dismantled every plan he had. I blinded him so he could truly perceive. I removed his certainty so I could offer him eternal understanding. And he became a conduit of revelation, an evangelist to the unconverted. Nations, a voice that still resonates throughout generations. He didn't turn into that man through tactics. He became it through surrender. So, my dear one, why do you fret so much when things don't turn out as planned? Why do you fear when a door closes, or a relationship ends, or a season changes without your approval? Do you not understand that I am coordinating everything for the benefit of those who love me, who are chosen according to my plan? You are not drifting. You are not neglected. You are being guided even when you can't see the path ahead. Sometimes I allow plans to collapse to teach you faith. Sometimes I dismantle what you've constructed to show you what only I can create. Sometimes I let you walk through disappointment so you can learn a deeper dependence on me. Not because I enjoy your suffering, but because I long for your development. I know what you truly need. I know what you cannot yet perceive. Your plans are limited by time, fear, and assumptions. Mine are everlasting. Mine are flawless. Mine are based on the complete view, the eternal perspective. Many have come before you trying to write their own story, and I have rewritten them with grace. Even through ashes you will rise. Comfort plan, I plan purpose. You plan ease, I plan effect. You plan security, I plan change. Because I see beyond the moment. I see beyond what you fear losing. I see what you are becoming. And I love you too much to let you settle for less than your true destiny. Yes, there are times when I will allow your plans to progress even when they're misaligned with mine. Not to punish you, but to teach you, to let you see that what you thought would satisfy you won't sustain. And when you turn back to me, I do not condemn you. I restore you. I redeem the time. I repurpose the pain because nothing is wasted in my hands. Even the detours, even the delays, even the disappointments. So many thought they had their futures all mapped out. Careers, relationships, dreams, and then life took a turn they never anticipated. But I was still there. I am still there, and my plans have never changed. What I started in you, I will finish. What I planted in you, I will make it flourish. Even if it looks different from what you imagined, it will be better than you envisioned. Because I write stories that endure. I write endings that lead to new beginnings. I write timeless tales. With eternity in mind, stop trying to foresee my movements. Stop clinging tightly to your vision of how things ought to be. Open your hands, open your heart. Let me astonish you with my kindness. Let me demonstrate that my ways are superior. You may not always comprehend, but you can always trust. Your overthinking will never outsmart my sovereignty. Your worry will never outrun my provisions. Your control will never exceed my care. I ask you now, child, will you trust me when things don't seem right? Will you follow me when the path is uncertain? Will you believe that even your disappointments are woven into a larger tapestry, one you will one day see clearly and rejoice over? I am not withholding from you. I am aligning you. I am not ignoring your prayers. I am perfecting the timing. I am not altering your purpose. I am refining it. You will look back one day and thank me for the doors I closed, for the roads I redirected, for the people I removed, for the pauses you despised. Because all of it was me drafting your life into a testimony of grace and glory. So many before you had to relinquish their plans to walk in my destiny. Abraham left everything familiar. Ruth walked away from everything is safe. Mary agreed without understanding the price of her affirmative response. But all of them acquired something much greater than me. My presence, my support, my strategy. Now I say to you, let me guide. Trust me even in this. Release your thoughts. Release your assumptions. Release your control. I will accomplish more than you can request, conceive, or envision. Not always as you foresee, but always for the best. My plan will succeed not because you achieve everything perfectly, but because I am faithful. My promise will hold. My mission will be achieved. I will not allow your life to end in uncertainty. I will not desert the work of my creation. You are no mistake. Your journey is not arbitrary. Every chapter is penned by my wisdom. Every detail is observed by my eyes, and every outcome is guaranteed by my hand. So be still now. Rest. Give up control. Hand me the plans you've been holding on to so tightly. Watch what I will construct instead. Watch how I will astound you. Watch how I will redeem even what the adversary intended for harm. Because I am not merely the author of your story, I am the finisher, and I am not done yet. Thanks for watching this God message. May God, Jesus, will grant you abundance in every aspect of your life. Type 222 if you agree.